First of all, could you tell our viewers what has changed substantially in Taiwan's school curriculum in recent years?
There's been a trend towards reducing the amount of classical Chinese in the high school textbook. Until about 20 years ago, it was almost 100%. And now it was decreased this time from about 60% to 40%. In particular, there was an essay by a 17th century Ming loyalist called Integrity and Shame that had been part of the curriculum for 50 years and has now been dropped. And that's what kind of really sparked the recent controversy.
But it isn't as though they're removing classical Chinese from the curriculum altogether.
Absolutely not. That really needs to be emphasized. For English speakers, it would be a little bit like trying to read something between Beowulf and Chaucer in the original. Perhaps another analogy would be that literary Chinese, which kind of refers to the last 2,000 years of Chinese, is kind of like Latin. And then the pre-Qin literature is very much akin to, the role of Greek in the Western world.
Can you tell us what's changed in terms of the history side of the curriculum?
The big difference this time is that Chinese history is still being taught in the second year, but it's now being taught in that year is being called the East Asian history. So Chinese history is the main subject, but there's also a fair amount about Japan and maybe a little bit about Korea.
Why has the Democratic Progressive Party, under whose leadership these changes have been made, what did they say is necessary about these changes?
They say that they have followed the law and gathered, like for the Chinese curriculum, there were something like 47 experts who worked on the new curriculum. And they had feedback from thousands of Chinese teachers all around Taiwan. And they, tried to shape a new curriculum that would foster critical thinking, the ability to express yourself well in written and spoken Chinese and that kind of thing.
And what's the reaction been from the opposition, especially the KMT?
They think that secretly, the Ministry of Education and the DPP are de-Sinicizing Taiwan. And then the politicians have been out there in the last couple days saying that they're cutting off Taiwan from its Chinese roots. But this is happening in a very heated political atmosphere and is going to questions of identity. Are we Chinese? Are we Taiwanese? Are we both Chinese and Taiwanese? That come up every time at election time.